I'm J.R. Church. Welcome to today's analysis of the news. Gary Stimman is here to discuss with me the Ark of the Covenant because last week it was announced, and this is an article from Arutz Sheva, that the Holy Ark announcement would be due on Friday. So I called Gary and asked him. I was on vacation last week, so I asked Gary to step in for me and make this announcement to you last Thursday. And he did. So, what's happened since Thursday, Gary?
Well, JR, last Thursday, the 25th of June, the world watched as something bubbled up. Now, when the Pope is involved in something, Pope Benedict XVI, that makes it big. And when the Archbishop of the Ethiopian Church is involved with the Pope and with Italian business interests, that's why WorldNet Daily stepped in and covered it. That was the 25th, Thursday. We're making this on the 29th, which is a Monday. Yes. And in the intervening few days, JR, we've had a fascinating series of non-developments. Everybody got excited. And if before we get into the details of this, may I just offer, now this is an opinion. This is my opinion of what happened. In the original news release by WorldNet Daily, we have the Archbishop here, who is Abuna Paulos, hard for me to pronounce, but nevertheless, he made the statement that a museum would be built in Axum, Ethiopia, where the Ark would be displayed, and a foundation was being formed by an Italian gentleman, the Duke Amadeo da Costa. And apparently this was going to be a huge facility open to the world where the Ark would be on display. Now, my immediate reaction to that was, follow the money. Yeah. There was a lot of money apparently offered for this huge museum in exchange for the revealing of the Ark. And I think that the Patriarch Paulos got caught up in something bigger than himself, and there was a quick retraction.
Now, the news announcement was made on, what, Wednesday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Why? It seems like that was the announcement.
Yes.
They promised to make the next day.
Right.
Even the grandson of Haile Selassie was present with him. I have here what is called an update from a German publication called Welt, in which it was asked, "Is the Ark in Ethiopia, Your Holiness?" We ask Abuna Paulos this weekend in Rome, but the now silent Abuna Paulos, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3, a small eternity. In other words, he didn't. So we ask again, what treasure hunters and archaeologists are busy for decades? Is the Ark in Ethiopia? We should but please have some patience, asked us as the grandson of the last emperor to the side of the patriarch. So this grandson of Haile Selassie said to them, "Be patient, gentlemen. After 2,000 years of silence on this issue, should now 5 minutes for an answer is not too much longer." And then the patriarch himself took the floor and said unequivocally, "Yes, the Ark is located here in Axum. There is absolutely no doubt Ethiopia is the throne of the Ark since hundreds of years already. According to God's will, it came to us, and to God's will, it will stay with us. I'm not here to provide evidence to. I'm here to say what I've seen myself, what I know, and what I can bear witness." Well, Gary, basically, he's saying that the Ark of the Covenant is in Axum, Ethiopia. Yes. Our stand on this has come from years of study and following the Ark of the Covenant. We're convinced that the Ark of the Covenant is in Israel, that it was retrieved from the church in Axum, Ethiopia some years ago, and a duplicate was left there, and the Ethiopians think the duplicate is the real thing. At least that's our take on it.
One final note, when the announcement failed to be made, WorldNet Daily reporters pursued the story back in Ethiopia, asking officials there, what's going on here? Why hasn't there been an announcement? And the officials in Ethiopia said, quote, "I think Abba Paulos must be out of his mind." An artifact should not be shown or touched other than the clergy's, but to put it on display is a reckless comment, let alone doing it. That's what the officials in Ethiopia said. So essentially they chided Father Paulos for his lack of discretion.
Maybe it was the money. Here's an article, though, that talks about a third temple can be built without destroying the Dome of the Rock. A new Jewish interfaith initiative launched last week argues building the third Jewish temple in Jerusalem would not necessitate the destruction of the Dome of the Rock. Now, for years, the Jews have said the dome's got to go. The Mosque of Omar has to go. The rock under the dome is the Holy of Holies. In fact, Lean Rittenmeyer showed in his studies the cutout, the exact width and height, a foundation stone, an indention in the rock, the exact length and width of the Ark of the Covenant. He said that's in the very center of this area that he laid out as the ancient Holy of Holies. And I'm inclined to agree with that. But